Amazing. So hi everybody. I'm joined today by Wendell and Sebeey. Hey guys.
Hey.
And I'm here to ask them some questions and find out a little bit more about their workshop and their skate history right before we land in Skate Love Barcelona next month. So first up, just in case people don't know you, please would you introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Wendell Phipps. I am a roller skater. I currently live in Los Angeles, but I grew up in the capital of the United States near Washington, D.C. I've been skating for 3 years now, actually 3 years just this month. What got me into skating, I actually bought roller skates before I really got into skating when I was still living on the East Coast. But in August 10 of 2019, I got invited to skate on Venice Beach, which is a near and dear place to the Skate Love Barcelona family. I got invited to a skate party out there in 2019, and that changed my life. I walked up to the party and saw artistry and musicianship I'd never seen before. And that really opened my eyes up to the possibility of being a roller skater that was more than someone who kind of went around in circles at the ring. And from there, it's been a long and wonderful, magical journey of creativity and meeting wonderful people, having great experiences, so many fond memories, a lot of time falling on the ground. Many, 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 many times. But hopefully now a little bit less.
Amazing. Actually living the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Wendell.
And my name is Sebeey, a roller skater as well. I started roller skating in Los Angeles in 2020. My birthday was March 18th of 2020, and the quarantine hit LA about the 16th. So there's virtually nothing to do for my birthday. So the story that LA was a ghost town, and I wanted to gift myself something and give myself something to do that I could do by myself, that I didn't need people around, and roller skating just seemed to be the thing. Because coincidentally, I had just went to a rink, a popular rink in LA, or World on Wheels, like the month. I went in some rentals and just kind of, that was where the seed was planted. And I got to see people just in their element. I was in rental skates, of course, so I really wasn't doing much, but like, that was where like I got to see, people really in their vibe and their element and just kind of doing their thing. And it's just funny that the pandemic kind of really pushed me into, like, in my mind, I wasn't thinking I was going to get skates for maybe like a year, like my own skates, at least. Like I thought I was going to be much further down the line, but the pandemic just brought it closer into fruition. So that's kind of how that started for me. And it's just been a transformative experience since I met friends skating along Venice Beach. And I kind of found community, really the first community outside of sports in school that I've really been a part of. And yeah, it's just been great. It's been an amazing journey. I've traveled. I've just connected with so many different communities within the skate community. And it's just continuing to give me more and more as I continue to skate. So it's definitely a lifestyle at this point.
It's like, it's such an amazing story. And I think your journey, Sebeey, is so identifiable with so many skaters who will maybe be attending Skate Love this year, who started also in 2020 and were just inspired by doing something for themselves and also just connecting with people and meeting people. And it is amazing how far those 8 wheels can take you. I think that constantly amazes me.
Across the world.
It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. So we have what we consider a big skate party in Skate Love Barcelona. And certainly from my experience, it's one of the biggest in Europe. And I've traveled around a little bit, but I have never been to skate parties in the US. And I have absolutely no idea how they compare. But what is your experience of like larger scale skate events? Can you tell us anything about how long things may last for, or how many people attend skate events, and anything like that?
You want to go, Sebeey? You want to go first?
Okay, I'll go first because my opinion, I know, is a little bit different than yours. So I've actually never been to an American skate party. Skate Love is, and recently I went to Roll on London a month ago. Yeah, so I'm like fully, when it comes to skate parties, more of an international skater than an American skater. So my opinion is still in the works between the two. But from what I can say from the international parties I've been to, is that it's just a lot of what I'm already used to, like the outdoor vibe, coming from Venice Beach and like just skating by the water and just being outdoors and just like the energy that comes with that. From not going to a skate party in America, is I could just tell it's a little bit different, just for the fact that like predominantly most of the parties I've been to internationally are based outdoors. Rink as heavy in Europe when as it is in America, so they kind of rely on the outdoors a little bit, which feels more like in my element because that's just how I was skating when I first started. It was outdoors at the beach, just going end to end. So yeah, my opinion about skate parties is still getting there, but right now I'm more of an international skater than an American skater when it comes to parties.
But still a great time.
Great time overall.
Let's hand over to Wendell.
So I have been to a few of the skate parties in the US. It is very much a different vibe. It's still a great time, like you're saying, but it's a totally different vibe. There are a dozen skate parties that are what you would call national parties. That's how they refer to them in the US. There's the Independence Roll. There's actually right before Skate Love Barcelona, there's a really big party called, so it's in Atlanta. It lasts for 6 days. It's called Skate-a-thon. Yeah. It's basically all day, all night, either roller skating or meet and greet or cookout, barbecue, something like that. And it lasts for pretty much the whole week. And people from all over the nation, they show up to that party. It is packed. People get super sweaty. They're showing their stuff. They want to represent their city. That's one of the main things that's different about a US party compared to like an international party. In my experience, Skate Love is about coming together, having a great time, seeing other people from across the world, and just sharing in the love of skating. And that's there too with an American party. But what I've also noticed is that there's this aspect that when you show up to a national party, you're there as a representative from your city. And it is important to put your best foot forward. And sometimes that leads to a really competitive energy that I enjoy. Not everybody does, but that I enjoy, especially when I can watch more experienced skaters. As a newer skater, I love to go to the parties and see people who inspire me, because there are a lot of people that I follow just on the social media that I never get to see in real life, but I get that chance when I show up to the party and they're there and they're on the next level all the time, especially when they come to party, because they want to represent their city. They want to get into the battles with the other skaters from across the country. They want to show their best and represent their own skill set. That's one of the bigger things. So it's kind of like the entire parties situation is like the competition that we run on the main day of the festival. That energy is there kind of all the time. And it's really cool to witness. It's really cool to see people trying to step up and one up each other. I really like that energy. And one of these days I plan to participate when I get on that level.
Wow, that sounds like a really different kind of style.
Yeah. It's a different vibe altogether.
So
but still a lot
interesting.
of fun.
Yeah. It's so interesting that people can take skating in all the different ways, and that like there is definitely room for all those different ways. It's such a big community worldwide. Oh, it's amazing.
Definitely.
I love as well that you go to the big skate parties to be inspired and learn from other people. And that's definitely been my experience. Is the first time I went to Skate Love, it blew my mind. I was expecting to have to stop roller skating when I got to like 40, because I was like, oh, I'm going to be too old. This is a thing for kids. No one does this anymore. and then there's like all these adults dancing on their roller skates, and I'm like, oh, I can just keep going. So it's such an amazing community to find, I think, and particularly as an adult, it's so liberating. Which I think leads us really nicely onto the masterclass that you're going to be teaching this year. Super excited for that. So can you tell us a little bit about what it is you're going to be delivering this year at Skate Love Barcelona?
Yeah. We are going to be delivering a partner skating masterclass this year. Partner skating is something that Wendell and myself have just kind of like found a deeper love for as we have gone along in our skate journey, because of how freeing and unique, I would say, the vibe is literally from person to person. Like, I'll partner skate with one person and that's one thing, and I'll partner skate with the next person and it's a whole completely different thing. And it's like just the fact that you guys have to create this energy, create this movement that comes together seamlessly is the fun of it all for me. And when it comes to teaching, that I love it so much, and like I enjoy the process of it so much. It's one of the few things that in my skate journey that I'm like, yeah, I really would love to like teach people that. And people ask me, have been asking me for some time to, you know, teach here and there, just because I guess the way that we go about it, the way that we deliver it to people, it seems very digestible from my experience. And yeah, so we just kind of went with that. We heard it enough where it's like, okay, let's do something here. And it's something that we're very excited to showcase this year at Barcelona.
That sounds amazing. I love that you talk about the energy as well between the two people. So if somebody is booked onto your masterclass without a partner, is that a problem for them?
I would say no.
Okay.
First of all, because both Sebeey and I will be there, and we're not just going to stick to ourselves the whole time. We're going to be around. We'll be showing people whatever is part of the class. I think it's ideal if you come with a partner, because that automatically guarantees that you have someone to skate with. But it's not. It's not going to be. We definitely aren't going to turn anybody away if they don't have a partner. That's certainly not the case. Certainly not.
Right, and we want to encourage people to skate with different partners as well, just to get the gist of not just getting too comfortable with one person and being able to catch literally different vibes with different people.
Yeah, we'll be rotating partners. So even if you don't come with a partner, and even if you do come with a partner, you're going to be skating with several people during the course of the class, just to get you used to, because that is the energy that you see in partner skating, at least in the United States. Like, I could skate for 2 songs with Sebeey, and then the next time we come up to a song, we could both be with 2 different people, and it looks like a different thing altogether.
Oh, that's really cool. I like the sound of that class a lot. It sounds like you've really got some great tips to pass on to people, and that you're going to be constantly nudging people out of their comfort zone as well.
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely.
The place
That's
of
the
growth.
point.
Yes.
That's the point. The success is in the comforts, is outside of the comfort zone. You got to leave that, you know?
You absolutely do.
I'm really excited to teach the class because I love, like exactly like Sebeey was saying, I just love the energy exchange between 2 skating partners, because it really doesn't exist outside of the space that you 2 create. It really doesn't. So you can't practice partner skating per se without a partner. And if you practice with one partner, it's not going to feel identical to when you do it with another person. And I think it's a really great thing. It's almost as if you're creating something that didn't exist before when you connect with your partner.
That's a really magical thing. So it's less about choreography and much more about the feeling and the energy that you create with another person.
Oh, I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that for sure. There is choreography that can help you with fundamentals, and you can learn that can make things a little bit easier to progress. Like, I know myself, I learned choreography in my first year basically of skating, and that helped me my fundamentals. And we're going to have some choreography during our course, during the master class. But I would agree, it's more about the flow that the two of you can create than it is about a specific move or a certain timing. It's more about you two being together and moving together as a unit.
It's chemistry, and we don't like we try to stay away from predictability.
Ooh. Ooh, that sounds interesting.
I try to describe it to people as like your feet are making love to the music and you're just going with that, and don't try to predict or anticipate the next move. Just go with the flow.
Just release yourself, enjoy
Yes.
the moment.
Yes.
That sounds like you've made that sound so accessible as well. That's amazing.
It very much is.
Yeah.
I love when I see teachers that can take people that are like, I can't do this, into maybe I can. I think that's where the magic can really start to happen, when you get someone to a point where they're even willing to try something that they're not comfortable with. Because I understand, like, people who are going to take this masterclass, they may have never partner skated before, and it might be making them a little bit nervous. But we just want to dispel that, because you can't do it. If roller skating has taught me one thing, is that it can be done. It really doesn't matter. Like, I've seen, when you go to some of these parties, you see people of all shapes, sizes, colors, skill sets, able-bodiedness. It's incredible what roller skaters can do nowadays, and throughout all of history of roller skating, to be honest. And I just want to make sure that no one is afraid to take the class because they think they can't do it. That's not what it's about. It's not what it's about, because we're gonna find something you can do. That's for sure.
And honestly, the basis of like the way we're going to be teaching it, I've taught people that didn't really have the full fundamentals of just skating in general, but the core fundamentals that, when it comes down to the way we're trying to teach partner skating, is very digestible, I would say. Like, if for somebody that isn't totally confident in their full skill set as a skater, I would say it's not necessarily needed. At least like the whole range of skills isn't necessarily needed for partner skating. It's more of a vibe, and it's what you create with another person more so.
Yeah.
I am excited to see the magic happen, for sure. Not long now. That's
Not long.
Yeah,
what
not
are we
long.
at? Is it 20 days or something?
Yeah,
Oof.
I think the countdown is happening rapidly, and I'm almost slightly worried to look, because I still have quite a list of things to do before we are ready, but it's coming. It's coming. So just to finish off, do you maybe have one kind of top tip for anybody who is going to be traveling to Skate Love this year, based on your experience of traveling and roller skating?
Oh, I don't know
man.
Here, but top tip, I would just keep it simple and say, don't get lost in the sauce. Feed yourself, hydrate yourself, because last year we definitely got lost in the skate loves for hours, day in, day out, knowing our bodies would be depleted at the end of each day, and still didn't about it to prepare. So just prepare for your body to go through hell, because the vibes are gonna be high. So you're gonna be doing a lot. So just come prepared to like take care of your body first and foremost, because you're not gonna enjoy your weekend if your body's not feeling right. So
that is an excellent tip.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree with going with the flow. Be prepared to take care of yourself. Gallons upon gallons of water. Gallons on gallons of water. I would say make friends with someone who knows the area, or at least get good advice from people on public transportation, because that's something we ran into last year. Because like Sebeey said, well, the vibes are high, you don't want to stop skating, and you blink twice, and all of a sudden it's 4 a.m. and you don't know how to get home.
Yeah.
I actually, last year, funny story, last year I was having so much fun that I stayed out after all of my roommates from our residence for the festival. They all went to sleep, and I ended up on the street with no way to get in.
Oh no.
So I had to find a hotel and stay in a hotel for the night. It was yes.
This is a funny story.
It's funny to me. Yeah. I mean,
Okay. So
we worked it out. We worked it out. It wasn't. I wasn't ever in danger. I never felt unsafe. It was just a little awkward because like I didn't know what to do. So I guess maybe another tip: make sure you can get into your Airbnb or your hotel.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be out late.
Yeah, and I would say another thing too is taking advantage of the amount of different people you will come across and just like doing what you will with that, just soaking it up, because you'll see so many different people from around the world. And Skate Love last year had like started a whole travel bug within me. Like I don't think I've stopped traveling intermittently since September last year. I've been just going, dates have been going with me, and it all started with Barcelona and just tapping in with people from just like all over the world and just having a community that exceeds past just LA or another random city in America. I could really go across the pond nowadays and interact and mingle with people that I never would have came across if it weren't for 8 Wheels. So take advantage of that for sure.
That's a really great tip. Yeah, thanks you for all of the wisdom. It's not long now, and I appreciate you joining me today, and we're gonna share this with everybody, get everybody really excited, and I will see you in the sunshine.
Yes.
In Spain. Yeah.
Barcelona sun.
Yeah. Barcelona sun.
Yes, it was a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, and I will see you there.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.